temperatures are starting off in the 60s and the 70s in most locations heading out the door, 71 in Charlotte, but the 50s if you're listening in from the mountains. Feels a little more refreshing out there. In terms of our forecast high temperatures today and what we're expecting from sunshine and also rain coverage outlook, we're expecting mainly, if not completely dry conditions today, maybe an isolated downpour or two. And you can kind of see that spotting the area here later on this evening associated with tropical depression number 3. You'll see a lot of sunshine today. High temperatures ranging from 80 degrees in the mountains, upper 80s in the foothills, low 90s in the Charlotte metro, low to mid 90s out towards Wadesboro, Chesterfield, Rockingham. It's these areas that we're expecting cooler temperatures and even some really heavy rainfall at times associated with that tropical system. So here's your outlook for Sunday. If I just had to give you a brief overview, and I think this sums it up well. One, you'll notice the mid to upper 80s in our western counties, excluding the mountains, and drier conditions. A few downpours will be possible through the day, but it's along and east of I-77. That's going to be our delineator from where we see less activity to the west, more activity to the east. The rain chances, the gusty winds, and depending on the track, maybe even some of those tropical brief tornado risks in play for central and eastern parts of North Carolina. It's something that we'll be keeping a close eye on. Here's the system right now, still a tropical depression, and you can see some of the rain and the convection associated with it. Looking at it from a satellite perspective, that is still sitting right off the coast of South Carolina at this time. If you're tuning in for the first time, it's 6:16, but at 5 o'clock this morning, the latest update from the National Hurricane Center came in, and this is now moving very slowly, but it's moving now. It was stationary overnight to the north-northeast at 2 miles per hour, still forecast to reach tropical storm strength. Chantal's the next name on the list later on this afternoon before making landfall anywhere from Charleston up towards Myrtle Beach overnight and into early tomorrow morning before tracking towards the north and east. It is likely that the center of circulation is east of Charlotte over the course of our Sunday, but the impacts will be pretty close by. So let's talk about timing that out. Of course, tropical downpours, rough surf, dangerous rip currents. Those are concerns along the coastline. Here at home, our impacts pick up around this time tomorrow morning, mainly in our eastern counties. So let me just stop the clock at 9 a.m. This shows the picture well. Drier to the west, wetter to the east, and some localized flash flooding. Maybe an isolated tornado can't be ruled out in some of our eastern counties associated with that system. A first alert now in place, high temperatures in the upper 80s. Then we heat up mid to upper 90s by this upcoming week with the next chance for rain Wednesday and Thursday. First alerts back in place.